what's up guys? This is Dan with Muscle Icon. I'm here with Lisa and Justin. Lisa is a bikini competitor, Justin is her coach. With Muscle Icon, one of the things we wanted to do with the athletes and our audience is have the audience an opportunity to relate with the competitors that are up on stage. Lisa's got an amazing story that I think a lot of people can relate to, and Justin being her coach, we'd love to kind of showcase some of the insight that he experienced as a coach, so you guys can kind of get both perspectives at what it takes to kind of go through this transformation, this kind of journey. So thanks for sitting with us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So yeah, so tell us a little bit about what it was like before you decided to compete.
Well, I started about 2 years ago, and I was about 160 pounds and 32% body fat.
That's all you?
I'm 5'8", or 5'7.5".
Okay.
A friend of mine did a competition, and she was 50, and she transformed her life and her body, and she won first place, and I said, you did that, I can do that too.
That's awesome.
So I joined the gym and started working out, and I met this guy over here.
Nice. What was that like for you when you first met Lisa and she told you how much she wanted to compete?
Well, first it started because I saw her walk around the gym and I was like, who is this girl? She's on some kind of mission.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out, because I was watching her and she was like very determined in what she was doing. So I like just kind of introduced myself and was like, yeah, what are you doing? What's your thing? And she was like, we want to do a show. I've never done this before. Like, I'm starting, got my plan, what I want to do, when I want to do the shows, and just on the journey. So we kind of started to develop a friendship and relationship, and very shortly after that, she's like, well, you want to kind of help me through this process.
Nice. Mm-hmm. What was your mindset like going from when you said, okay, I'm going to do the show, and then like, did you ever reach a point where you were like, oh, like, you know, maybe this is going to happen? Or was it just full steam?
It was full steam ahead for me. Okay. I was committed. It took me 9 months, and that was the goal I set for myself. And I took weekly pictures of myself and watched the transformation, the fat just come off, the muscle build, and it was just amazing. And that's what I really love about the process, was just to see the body transform. It took me 9 months. I went from 32% body fat to 10% body fat.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And then what was that first stage experience like as a new competitor?
When I did check-ins, it was really unnerving. Everybody was really intense in check-ins, and then the morning of, I got to eat my fancy, burger and fries, and then went in for the show, and everybody was real supportive and for me, and I just totally calmed down. So, but yeah, I mean, just before walking on stage was really intense, like shaky and all that.
Hey guys, stay tuned for a short commercial break with Titan Medical. We'll be back in just a second.
How you doing? My name is John Sikoris, and this is Sharice Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
Tell us about your diet. What was that? Was that really difficult?
Yeah, the change was really difficult, eating clean. My body did adjust after a few months, and then when I would have a cheat meal, of course, it would be a disaster, but
yeah.
Yeah, it was difficult at first, but then you get used to it, and it becomes second nature, and yeah, and like it changes. It's such a transformational experience, not just externally, like you transform externally, but you transform internally too, and there's all of these emotions that come out, and the way people view you is different, going from fat to fit, and the way people interact with you, and the way you feel and the way you interact. So it's really a transformational thing all around.
So I know for competitors, when guys are getting ready to go on stage and go through a big transformation, it's a little bit different than it is for women when they go through these transformations. How was that experience for you, and how did you feel like people interacting with you or being motivated or whatever it is? How did you feel like that changed?
Well, like I said, I was 160 pounds, and first off, I just didn't feel good about myself, and pretty much, I mean, I was just like, just let me get through this day, through this workout. I'm kind of like that in general anyway. But the way that people would look at me and approach me was more like I'm really unapproachable, kind of invisible. You know,
this is after you were before.
This is being heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, being heavy, and then slowly, you know, going through the process, people started to be like, "What's happening here? Like, you know, you really transform your body here," and I began to transform as well internally. I started to interact more with people, talk more with people. I was more present with people in the room, saying hi in the morning. I was more engaged, and then also you go from like having like such a low self-worth to valuing yourself and going, wow, like, and I can remember those days where I'd be like walking down the street and catch my reflection in the window and be like, oh, is that me? And I'm finally starting to adjust, like my brain has adjusted, but it was such a fast transformation for me that it took a while to get a hold of it.
I think people are generally really hard on themselves, and it's hard for people to progress because they are so good at talking badly to themselves. So it sounds like you checked in with yourself pretty often.
I did, and the thing that really held me accountable is because I'm a life coach. Originally, I would coach myself. I developed systems and methods throughout the process that would hold me accountable, and that we actually use that now in our business. And
What is it?
What are you guys doing with your business?
The roping.
the roping.
So she would measure herself weekly too.
Oh, okay.
Create this like with these strings that she would, and she came up with this at the very, very beginning, which was brilliant because you get to that point where you start saying, am I changing still? Am I not changing? So she, bicep measurement, chest, waist, and she'd mark them with around it, mark them with a Sharpie. And then every periodic the check-in, she'd do it again. So now she has them, and if we take them out and look, you can see all these different dots, and you hold it out, and the difference is amazing. You hold the string up, and you see like the whole progression. She'll hold it around here, and it's like a belt, but you can see each marking along, so you can really check in. Like when you're like, am I still changing? Am I not changing? You're like, whoa, look at this. This is a whole nother inch.
Yeah.
It's also a
or whatever.
Because,
where you came from.
Because also doing it that way helps, because who has time to actually sit there and, okay, it's 30 right now, and write it down and all of that. So you take a string, you put it there, you mark it, you throw it away. Not throw it away, throw it in a bag.
Yeah.
And then next week, so every Friday would be my check-in. I would take pictures of myself in the 4 angles and do this and measure myself, and each week, man, I'd see like half inch, I'm like just like coming off, and now I'm in the building process, so now I'm like, I put it on, I'm like, oh, I'm getting bigger now.
That's a really cool tool. I like
up.
that. I like that. Awesome. What advice would you give to a new competitor that's kind of in the same shoes that you were in right before going on stage? So just an example, right now the South Bay Championships, we're about 9 weeks out. For the people that are competing in our show, what advice would you give to them, for the new guys that are really nervous?
For just stepping on stage, or 9 weeks,
I guess during
from now.
Yeah, from now, seeing as how people probably are going to get more nervous,
I mean, there's nothing to be nervous about it. You're in a supportive environment. Everybody's in it with you.
That was my fear, and I had the same reaction once I got there. I was amazed at how supportive everybody was.
Yeah, it was incredible for me.
Yeah, and
I'll tell you, even from a coach perspective, watching the shows when you go, I think I might have been more nervous than her because it's the same kind of deal. But I saw every competitor that went up there, and all I could see was hard work, determination. Like it was like you view people up there. There's people who are in better shape than others. There's winners. There's people who don't finish in the top, whatever. But every single person you see up there, all you see is what they put into like what they did, and you don't know where they started. You don't know where their journey was. So just as a watching, obviously I'm rooting for her to do well because I have the relationship with her. But it was more just kind of like the people who are at the back end. You're like, wow, like I can be motivated by them just because they're putting everything they had into competing to a show and actually taking it to the final stage. So,
stage level. Yeah.
So that's really cool.
That's amazing. Well, guys, thank you very much for giving us your inside perspective and anything like that. We got 9 weeks out until the South Bay Championships. These guys will definitely be there. We'll see you guys there. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact Justin. You can reach him through our resources page. If you go to our website, there's a resources page. Reach down and ask us about coaching. There'll be a drop-down menu. We can link you up with Justin or any of the valuable coaches in the South Bay or in your area that can help you get stage ready. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Because of that, it's not because of money. Works in my blood and I'm killed because I'm hungry.